Although holy grounds are deserted now, I can still feel its past glory. Holy grounds never failed to remind me of that earth-shattering raising, and that generational war between humans and Goliaths. Though we managed to defeat the Goliath of Pyro in the end, countless souls were lost in either the war or the raising. It's such a great cost. Was it really worth all that? The Goliaths were also casualties of the war. I never considered that before. Maybe it's because I'm a human, but you're not. You're right, Brenda. Different species see things differently. And the outcome of the war left no one unscathed. If everyone could understand one another as we do, maybe war would be a thing of the past.
You may just be a little penguin, but your philosophies are quite deep.
Oh, it's you guys! When did you arrive?
You two were lost in thought. Ifri never meant to eavesdrop.
Brenda always has new perspectives to offer me. Few companions can hold a candle to her. We scoured the ruins of holy grounds, but we couldn't find any more clues. Maybe we were wrong from the start. The clue, slumbering in the center of the sea, made us think of the misty waters and the Sea of Souls, but we couldn't pass through the forest foregone. And we still can't enter the Sea of Souls since we're still, alive. So now we're trying our luck here at the teardrop.
It certainly won't be here. The teardrop has only existed after the raising. The hermit you were talking about must have lived and died ages and ages ago. The center of the sea could never be this lake.
I know. Seems we've no other choice but to head back to the forest foregone and search for a path to the misty waters.
Going there is folly. The misty waters is boundless. And don't underestimate the mists. You cannot find your north from south, let alone its center. I've heard that over the centuries, not a single ship that sailed deep into its water has ever returned.
You're right, Brenda. The Sea of Souls might be even more vast than the misty waters, as it contains the souls of the entirety of Engarden. How is it that every sea is so big? Engarden raised. When will we find another clue?
Speaking of boundless seas, my teacher once told me that the Grand Archives held so many books that it became famed as the boundless sea of knowledge. No one soul could read every tome within.
It's because humans are not smart enough. If only you could just remember anything with a glance like Ifri.
That's right! Grand Archives of Holy Grounds have long been known as the Sea of Knowledge, so the hermit might have been there as well. That means the center of the sea could also be... Brenda, let's go!
They left before I could finish yet again. speak to him.
Owl stands before you, little one.
What? You are Owl? Oh, you don't look like an owl. That's for certain.
Stop it, Ifri. Mr. Owl, this letter is for you. It's from Madame Eros, my teacher.
So it's you two. I see. Tangential, but have you tried absorbing memory shards yet?
Not yet. Madame said that it was perilous to do so.
Very wise. The consequence from merging memories can be quite unpredictable, not to mention that it may harm your soul rather than protect it. Place all your shards into this orb, and I shall begin the ritual once you're fully prepared.
I'm ready. Let the ritual of the soul resonance barrier begin.
One shard? The barrier will protect you much more potently if you can find more. Shall I begin the ritual then?
Yes, please.
Renee, feel the resonance of thee in thy heart. Beareth thy soul, lighteth thy way, bond thy fate. Thus ye shall find harmony in each other's presence.
Amazing. I can feel the shards reaching out to us as well.
It'll be a while before the souls are resonated. Don't wander too far. She perfectly hid her presence and waited till this very moment to reveal herself.
Renee! Her soul was corrupted. How?
She interrupted the ritual while Renee's soul was completely vulnerable, which caused the ritual to backfire and allowed her to sneak inside.
I can barely feel my link with Renee!
You take good care out here. I'm going in right now.
Renee! Renee! Wake up! Renee!
Stop it! She's fine. She's sleeping for the moment.
She survived such a debilitating strike. How can you be so certain that Renee is fine?
All thanks to Ifri and his great power, the Soul Link spell. If I'm doing fine over here, then she must be fine too.
Soul Link spell? How come?
Renee! Renee! Wake up! Renee!
Calm yourself, little one. She's fine. She's just unconscious for the moment.
She barely survived that last attack. How can you be so certain that Renee is fine?
With the interruption of the ritual, it is expected for her to be rendered unconscious for a while from the backlash. As for the curse, I've already lifted it myself. No need to concern yourself further.
I know! I'm just upset! Leave me be!
How did you know she was fine then?
Because of course I know! Our souls have been linked throughout this event! Ah! She's awake! Bree! Finally!
What happened to me?
Someone destroyed the cradle and interrupted the ritual, using the backlash to sneak into your soul in an attempt to corrupt it.
Don't you worry though! You were saved by the stupendous Ifri once again! Plus a smidgen of aid from Owl.
Thanks, Ifri. Thank you, Mr. Owl.
An invader that uses the marionette curse. Lady Eros was right to worry about this. Seems someone is indeed after you.
Well, what are we waiting for then? We need to finish this ritual before anything else happens.
Indeed, else we run the risk of another accident at any point. However, the cradle, which acts as the spell's pivot, is cracked.
Must we rely on the cradle to begin the ritual?
Only by God's power can we safely tune the resonance of souls. Though known to few, the cradle was the instrument once used by God to create life. However, this is not the only cradle. Deep under the earth lay God's hall, the first cradle, where she created life for the very first time. It should be nigh impossible to break the first cradle, so there's no other place for you to continue the ritual. Little one, come over here. I've got a job for you.
You won't get work out of me if you speak to Ifri in that way!
Stop it. You need to learn the Soul Resonance Barrier spell for Renee. I can't leave the Grand Archives, so you must host the ritual at God's Hall.
Acceptable.
Any questions, little one?
That's all? Like it would be difficult for Ifri.
If you are well prepared, then move along. Henceforth, you must rely upon yourselves.
With Ifri here, worry should be the furthest from your minds.
Thank you, Mr. Owl.
If you are well prepared, it's you again. Would you do me a favor if you have the time? You two may be precisely who I need to aid me in devising my unique spell.
What makes your spell so unique? Ifri just learned one.
Well, this spell is much more powerful than what you just learned. I can tell you more if you accept the offer.
You saved our lives, and we have no reason to turn it down.
Good. You are indeed the people I need. Come and see me when you're ready. Renee, have you made up your mind?
I'm willing to help. Please tell me what happened.
When the raising befell us, I was reading in the Grand Archives. My power was lacking, and I could not deflect its direct impact. I could only link my soul to the 3 powerful hallows in the archives, and bound my soul in their field with 3 chains. I've thus survived without being swept into the Sea of Souls by the flood that cooled the land after the raising. However, though I managed to survive, I was also bound forevermore inside the field and the archives by these hallows.
I can't believe he locked his soul in here with 3 so-called hallows. Humans really do crazy things to stay alive.
Nonetheless, he succeeded and survived the raising all on his own.
I don't hate this place. There's a sea of books, and it would take an eternity to read them all. And yet, no one wishes to remain a prisoner forever. Thus, I've been looking for someone to help me ever since. But after so many years, there have been none to help me in my plight.
Those others were too weak after all. Guess only the great Ifri and Ree can manage it.
Does it mean you want us to help you break these 3 seals?
Clever, aren't you? Generally, powerful hallows are connected to the soul realm, and you will find the seals there. As such, you will need to learn my soul field invading spell. This spell can be used not only to connect to and enter the soul realm, but also to invade the soul fields of others.
Soul field invading spell? Interesting. With that, would Ifri be able to enter other soul fields and do as Ifri pleases? Wait. Why would you need our help if you actually know how to use the spell yourself?
'Tis the price of my survival. The Sea of Souls was meant to exist only in the soul realm. Thus, the force it poured into our realm when the raising befell us was transformed into a raging flood that washed over holy grounds. Most beings could not resist such a terrible sundering. This powerful force could not be sustained for long in the mortal realm. Eventually, the flood receded, carrying the remaining people with it. Their souls were not destined to survive in that realm. I linked myself to the Hallows and exploited their power to resist the first impact. Then those 3 chains secured my soul against the second. The Soul Link did protect me, but it also bound me to this place. I've lost the ability to access the Soul Realm after that, and thus cannot break the seal alone.
That's why you will need us to help unseal you then. But can I really master such a powerful spell?
The soul field invading spell is truly beyond the reach of mere mortals. But you are special, young lady. The soul link between you and your companion, it helps stabilize your souls. Furthermore, you carry a strong aura of the Sea of Souls. It must have been caused by multiple deaths and rebuilds in a short period of time. Those experiences shall grant you a better understanding of the nature of souls, which makes it easier for you to learn soul spells. Besides, you are able to understand and use the Afterimage. You couldn't be more suitable. So many unique talents have you. To be honest, if it weren't for Eros, I would have made you my apprentice. Do you know about soul spells? Their elegance and profoundness are far beyond simple elemental magic.
Hey! What do you mean by simple elemental magic? Watch your tongue or Ifri will burn your feathers to ashes!
Thank you very much. What must I do to learn this spell?
Your talent is unique, but alas, it cannot summon the spell directly as I do. You may need the power of an artifact, one that I can make for you. As with Afterimage, you can use this artifact to temporarily perform spells, but it requires some materials to create it. Yes, he must have some in his inventory. Take this. Go to the town of the Exiled and find an antique dealer named Stanley. Tell him the owl hungers. He'll take care of the rest. After all these years on the loose, he should be willing to offer a little help.
Go to the antique dealer in the town of the Exiled. I see.
Seems that your mind works faster than your little companion. Well, I shall return to my books. Come see me when you're ready.
Welcome to my shop. What would you like to buy today?
The owl hungers.
I've not heard that sentence. I can't believe that oddity really found an opportunity after all these years.
Now that you know what's going on, give the items to us!
Here, this was certainly the hardest to find. I've taken great pains working on it, only waiting for... Anyways, it is quite expensive, dear customers. Have you got enough money on your person?
What? You mean we have to pay for this? It's Levine who needs your help, not us. And the list is 4 items long. Where's the other 3?
Help, you say? I never do anything gratis. It's just business.
But Levine said we could leave it all to you!
It takes some risk to acquire the materials you want. However, as you can see, I'm not but a feeble merchant with nary a lick of strength. For this one, I've already paid a heavy price. Alas, after the raising, Engarten became far more dangerous than it had been for many years. I had not expected such a change, and strength had never chosen me. Well, I'm not really interested in fighting anyways.
So you're Craven. Fine, just tell us where the rest of the materials are, and we'll get them ourselves.
I do appreciate your understanding.
Thank you for your help.
Hello again, rescuer. I have some new stock with me. All essential goods, of course. Who knows? Perhaps a simple potion could save your life. I'll part with them at a fair price. Come, peruse them as you like.
Hi, let me see.
Hello again, rescuer.
Hi, let me...
And it was released by the staff itself. I think you'd better refrain from using your brain.
The razing ruined the holy grounds, bringing despair and chaos to humans. And yet, towers like this stand undamaged. Sometimes I wonder what the suffering and happiness of humans mean to the world.
We've only been apart a few days, Rosalia, but now you're saying nonsense.
Is my life also but a mere dew in the sea of souls to Ingarden?